What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Ambient Light Charging dock from our friends over at Hansshow. This is a 1-minute installation, quick add, really cool accessory. Do a quick unboxing, and inside the package you'll notice is the charging dock itself. There is a little phone-like device that actually controls the device. Nice sleek build. You have a charging port or dock or cradle for your AirPods. And this is the version 2, which includes 2 footwell lights. These will go under both your passenger and driver's side footwells. Take a quick look here at the build quality. Nice sturdy aluminum frame. So the 2 wires are soldered on. They are permanently attached. You cannot remove them. They come with double-sided tape on both sides. And these lights will mimic the lighting pattern that you select on the touch display. The unit itself is powered by your wireless charging dock, which means there is no need for power from anywhere else. And if you look here, you can see that the footwell lights are in fact hardwired onto the device, which means you cannot remove them without doing some soldering work. This ambient lighting dock does feature streaming lights, which means you have a rainbow effect that moves and breathes. It is taped down here at the corner. That's just to hide the light leakage from the strip itself. And then you do have a little knockout there for larger devices, larger phones. This may help with fitment. Let's go out to the car and check it out. Before we head out to the car, make sure you check out our friends over at Hansshow at hautopart.com. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Right now, Hansshow is running their Independence Day sale, and you can save upwards of 20%, even 22% at checkout using our special code Top Shelf. So when you get to your cart, type in discount code Top Shelf, and right now through July 10th, you'll save an amazing 22% off your entire order, including free shipping to the continental United States. So you'll see this device here was originally $159. It'll drop it down to $124.02. You'll add another 2% off for the Independence Day. It'll come down to around $120 with shipping. Great price. Check out hautopart.com. And now let's go ahead and head out to the car and do our installation and review. Okay, so now since this is the V2 of this frame, you want to make sure before you install that the 2 leads for the footwell lighting are on the outside of the frame so they don't get pinched. And installation is very simple. We're just going to go ahead and place the ambient lighting dock here, and on first glimpse it's going to be very tight, so when you press on it you might say it's not going to fit. The way to do this is just get up and around and push it in from the side just like that, and there you go. So you can see right away it came on. Now I had test fit this before, so I did already change the time and date to today's date and time, but you can see right away, nice and bright, looks really cool. It matches the rest of our ambient lighting, and so since we have the rainbow effect here, what I'll do is we'll go to the full rainbow effect on the rest of the car. So it matches that perfectly. Love the way it looks. Super easy install. And let's take a look now real quick at the features. So let's see if I can tilt my screen a little better. There we go. All right, so now I don't have my AirPods on me, but they would sit in this tray, and this light would change to orange once they're charging. Now there is a button here similar to like the old iPhone home button. If you touch this once, it will shut the lights off completely. If you tap it again, they'll come back on. Now this display is touch sensitive, so if you swipe down, you'll get an analog looking clock. Swipe down again, goes back to the digital clock. If you swipe to the left, you have the ambient light state, So this will give you the effect. For some reason that's not letting us to. So now if we go here, you'll notice that there are different colors, but they won't let you change. So what we have to do first is go to the effect, and this is a breathing light, and you have the voice activated light, and you can see the light is reacting to my voice as I'm making the recording. Light is just strictly on, and then the rolling light is the rainbow effect that you see here. You have the language selection, which is simplified Chinese or English, and then you have a reset button. Now if I go back here, let's say I want to have a purple light, so I select it here. I scroll back, you'll see the color here is selected, and if I go to breathe, now the color I selected is working. So in order for you to change the color, you have to be off of that rolling option. If I go back here, this is the rainbow effect, and you see it does change after a certain amount of cycles. And just for good measure, here is the footwell light, and they will follow the exact pattern of the ambient light in the charging dock. So the V2 adds these two footwell lights. Unfortunately, they are soldered in. I did check before installing. So they are not optional. You do have to use them. And for us, we already have the footwell lights in. So I'm thinking of adding them as a secondary light, maybe on the side. I'm not quite sure yet. So we go back here to our settings, and we go to roll. We leave that rainbow effect on to match the rest of the car. Again, very simple options here. Here's another way of selecting the color from the color wheel. You could just drag your finger along here and it'll pick. You have a brightness control and sound control. So the default setting for the sound control is 5. I upped it to 10. So this will go with music and sound as well. So those are the options. I think if we swipe up, and that's all we have. So very simple, very basic, awesome ad. If you're into ambient lighting like we are on our channel, you know we love the stuff. We got it everywhere. On our tweeters, the whole car, footwells, and now we got it in here. I'm actually really happy because this is a spot that is always kind of dark at night. So this does light up really well. It's very bright. The added footwells are a plus if you don't have them. I definitely think that if you have a rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 or Y that doesn't have the footwells from the factory, those are a huge add. And they just go on with double-sided tape. You don't have to dismantle anything. You can route the cables up alongside in the back here. Overall, really cool product. Very impressed with it, how easy it is. I know there are a couple of cons. It does look like a phone. That could be a theft concern for some people. Leaving this in the car, a thief could presume it's a phone and break into the car for it. The other thing, like I said earlier, the footwell lights being soldered onto the equipment and not being removable. If you don't need them, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You got to kind of find a place for them. Otherwise, if you don't have footwell lights, it's a really great ad. Installation is less than a minute. Super easy. It gives you a dedicated spot for your AirPods, which if you don't have one of those adapters, I 3D printed one. But if you don't have one and you tried to wirelessly charge your AirPods, you know that it's very difficult to do that. They flop around. The left side, if you have a larger phone like a Pixel or a Galaxy, I do believe you might have some issues because there is a small gap down in this area here. Let's see if I can get it. You can see the gap there, and because of that gap, it doesn't allow the phone to sit all the way down at the bottom of the charging dock, and because of that, it may not allow your phone to wirelessly charge. So I definitely recommend testing your phone right away. I do not use this wireless charger with my iPhone. I seldomly have, just because I rather plug it in for fast charging USB-C, and I usually have my phone mounted up here. Make sure you head over to Hansshow, hautopart.com. Right now they're running an insane Independence Day sale, 22% off with our code Top Shelf, and that's running through the middle of July. So take advantage of that. Pick up some extra accessories for your car. This ambient lighting kit. You can get ambient lighting kit like this. They also now have the 4D rotating ambient light tweeters. And you can grab a whole bunch of awesome accessories. Make your Tesla your own. Bring it to the top shelf. Elevate your ride. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button. Give us a comment. Let us know what you want to see next. Make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Peace out.